Welcome to Two Woke Boys, episode 158. I am Chris.
And I'm Cole.
And together we are two woke boys.
How dare you!
Yes, it is episode 158, and the boys are lit up with new lighting in the studio to make us more cinematic, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we are actors and filmmakers.
Yeah, we
and
are
directors.
actors, and we are available for any shoot that is going on, but also we are on strike.
Yeah.
So we won't do that unless you pay us enough.
Yeah, and if you've seen us like walking into any big studios or any big sets, we were actually going into protest.
We were going in to let them have it.
Right. And then we were walking out with burlap sacks
with a sack
big
of cash
dollar sign on the outside. Yeah,
that was negotiation stuff.
Right.
It was in a bag that had a dollar sign on it, and there's maybe some cash flowing out of the top of it. So much of it
spilling out.
Some of it was spilling out, and we didn't even seem to care about that. Don't worry about that.
No.
We were letting the studios have it, and we wanted to make sure that, the peasants that are protesting with the signs out there, that they get what they need.
That's right.
And what they need is us to go in there and let them have it.
Yeah.
And sometimes you might see us walk in fully in costume, like as if we're like a character on a TV show or something like that, but that's not what's happening.
No. Yeah, it's all part of the act. I mean, there's a lot of theatrics that go along with these protests.
Yeah, protesting is very much like acting, where sometimes you have to dress up in character, walk in with a script.
Well, have you seen like the creativity of some of the signs? Like they're pretty creative and funny.
Mm-hmm. And that's
I saw one that was like, it said, "My pronouns are pay/me." Now, usually,
pretty good.
Pronoun jokes are
we hate.
We hate. It's like the right wing caution tape over the mouth, like, "Oh, my pronouns are suck my dick."
Yeah.
Like my pronouns are get a job.
Yeah.
That's usually
we hate that.
But
we hate those pronoun jokes.
Yeah, but these types of pronoun jokes are hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we love that kind of. I like those the pronoun joke that you see where it's like, you better get my gender right, or your pronouns are going to be was/were. You ever heard that one?
I haven't, but it's pretty hilarious.
Pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, that's genius.
Definitely not the 9,000th time I've seen it anywhere.
No. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we're the voice for women. We're the voice for people of color. We're also the voice for the striking actors and writers, of which we are both, and the striking slam poets, of which we are especially the leaders of. The SPGA is still on strike.
Yes, the SPGA, lots of people are still inquiring about membership.
And for the last fucking time,
just send us the money.
Send us $3,000 and you'll get in. It's not that hard.
It's very simple membership process, which is just sending a ridiculous amount of money.
Yes.
Venmo, and then will you get
health
care? Absolutely not. Is there any chance of getting health care at a certain level? No fucking chance. Fuck you. I will give you one Band-Aid, but it will be because I punched you in the face for asking.
Right. Yes, it costs a shitload of money to join, but
there's benefits.
Yeah.
You get
such as
the card that we print out on a
card that's
a printer.
Possibly laminated.
If you got a laminator, you have a laminator,
then
fucking laminate.
You'll have a laminated card. Yeah.
I'm sorry, this isn't the Laminators Guild, okay?
Right.
We are in the Poetry Guild, okay? So when you get your membership card, it will be sent to you on a 8.5 by 11-inch sheet of paper, and then it's not even going to have the scissor cutout marks on it. You figure it out, okay? Because here's the other thing. You can customize your card to whatever size you want. If you have a wallet that fit, like if you're a lawyer and you carry like a briefcase with this full fucking, 8.5 by 11-inch sheets of paper, then that can be your membership card, right?
Yes.
And it's also like what your Social Security thing where they like, how it says like don't laminate this,
right?
Why do they do that? What is?
I don't know.
Why can't I protect this sheet of paper I'm supposed to carry around forever?
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Not
and then
sure.
some places are like, you need the original, so you're gonna have to show us the original document so you can. Anyway, that's how we. Sorry, I like burped there.
No worries. But yeah, so if you want to get into the union, pay us money, and then we'll try to help negotiate and end the strikes, and you can take advantage of all the countless benefits.
There's
that you can
so
have
many benefits, which is just you get a card.
You get a card, yeah. And you can, I mean, think of all you could do with that card. You can take a picture of you on social media, holding up the card.
Yeah, and which is actually a requirement.
Yeah.
You have to do that.
Right.
And you have to tag us.
You have to tag us, yeah. And then if you're, you have to say like, tag like Chris and Cole, be like, these guys are single, and like if there's any women out there, they're like really nice guys.
Yeah,
so
they're hot dudes.
Yeah,
and really cool.
Super fucking nice.
Have good reputations with women despite what other women may have said.
Yeah, there's a whole thing you got to copy and paste. We'll send you the copy.
Yeah, we'll send,
and you will paste.
Better read that verbatim on the thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Or it's probably best if you don't read it. Just post it. Don't worry about Because there's some things in there that you might not want to post on your public Instagram profile. Yeah. But you'll be posting it and pasting it. So join our guild. Also, you know, it's August now. The dog days of summer are here once again. Summer's kind of winding down. Woke boy summer. And, you know, it's hot outside. Maybe you want to come inside and enjoy the air conditioning, which we have, by the way.
Yeah, yeah. We have central
Not to brag,
air.
but
we're central air boys.
AC. Yeah, well, I don't have central air, but you do. So that's nice. And yeah. But I mean,
your
my
air conditioner is
window
really,
unit,
really
it
powerful.
works. Yeah, it works.
It's like 10,000 BTUs.
Yeah, and it's right by the couch. So, you know, you can come over and kind of just sit down on the couch and relax and stretch the legs out, and I'm going to stretch my arm out around you and be like, wow, it's so nice and cool in here.
And that wind is going to be blowing directly on the side of her face because that's where, like, she sits right in front of the...
Right. It literally juts out, so, like, your head goes against it. So
if you lean back too far, you're just fully in the filter of the air conditioner.
Yeah.
But it feels great.
It feels good, and you know, but it's still hot, so you may want to take a layer off. You know, take off that shirt. And,
that's a good strategy.
Yeah,
you know? Like
just keep it super hot.
Girl comes over and she's like, it's kind of hot in here. I'm like, oh yeah, if you want to take your shirt off, that's cool.
She's like, how about just turning on the AC? And like,
wow, you know, like
these
global
prices,
warming.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not prices.
We have plenty of money.
Money is not an issue.
Money is not an object.
I mean, we did eat ramen here for dinner, and it not like a ramen place, like literally the packaged
instant ramen.
Instant ramen that I made, and you know, because we're having a nice night in, you know, because I like an intimate experience, you know, it's just you and me. There's no distractions. There's no other people. There's no bills I have to pay or anything like that.
There's just the ramen that you picked up on the way over. From the gas station.
I'll get you back. Just give me your Venmo, but I'll deal with it later because my phone's being weird.
Yeah, my Venmo's messed up.
Venmo's fucked up right now.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Is that like another woman texting you?" I'm like, "Yeah, no, don't worry about that. That's my Venmo notifications saying like I have too much money or something. So just forget about it. Just anyway, I'll pay you back later. Just shut the fuck up and eat the ramen, okay?
Yeah.
And it's hot in here, so take your shirt off, okay? Why are you still wearing a shirt? You know, I'm not wearing a shirt. You know, and she's like, yeah, it's kind of weird that you answered the door with no shirt on, just a robe,
pants.
or pants. Like, just wearing a robe, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm in my home. This is how I dress in my home.
Yeah.
You know?
And no, I will not turn on the air conditioning because of the environment.
Global warming. I care too much about the environment.
Right. So yeah, just strip a couple layers, get comfortable on the couch, and enjoy the delicious ramen.
And if you're, there's two scenarios. Sometimes a girl will be like, I don't want to take my shirt off because I'm not wearing a bra. And I'll be like, that's cool. I'm fully supportive of that. It's like, I have my shirt off. So like, should it be uncomfortable for you to have your shirt off? It's just, we're just two people with our shirts off.
Right.
It's not a big deal. It's
No.
just tits, you know?
Yeah.
It's just your hot tits. So just pull them out. It's not a big deal.
Uh-huh.
I don't see what the problem is, you know? Which I try and encourage all women at the beach. Like, hey, take your top off, you know? And they're like, I don't want to. I'm like, take your fucking top off.
Yeah.
Because the patriarchy wants you to wear a top.
Yeah.
You know? And then they might say something like, I'm uncomfortable, like, can you go away? And it's like, this is what women have to go through.
Yeah.
Like, I have to go to
the internalized misogyny is so
at the beach,
great
it's terrible.
that,
like,
that they're so opposed to a nearly 7 foot tall man coming up to them and demanding that they pull their
it's
their
crazy,
breasts out of their swimsuits.
Yeah, and
because they think that's like, oh, scary and intimidating, and it's like, no.
And it's like,
the
yeah,
patriarchy
sure. Maybe they said something about they saw the handle of my gun sticking out of my board shorts, but
yeah,
it's like, it's in my pants. It's not out. I'm not waving it around. Yeah, sure, I was over there, but that's over now. It's back in my pants. Everything's cool.
Yeah, you tell them this is what I'm a lifeguard on duty, and they're like, is it normal for a lifeguard to be carrying
have a gun?
Yeah,
and also like, you're not at the lifeguard stand, and it seems like you got in a fist fight with that other lifeguard. And I'm like, yeah, it was like a turf war.
Yeah,
you know, I was like, I save everybody in this part of the water.
Yeah.
And then he was like, give me back my floaty thing that says lifeguard on it. And I was like, it's mine now. Fuck you. And then, then the
also,
guy,
what is that guy? Who does he think he is? Like sitting on some tall throne?
oh, are you the
like,
king?
Yeah,
of the,
are you the
you
king?
of the ocean?
Like,
hey, His Majesty.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's
What do you
worship
want us to bow down to?
Yeah,
oh,
fuck you.
I'm tall and jacked and tan and have hair that I'm a surfer bro.
Yeah,
I'm a jacked surfer bro. Oh, look at me on my tall chair.
I have a floaty that I throw at drowning losers.
Yeah. Get the fuck out. Get down from your little throne and let us take care of business.
Let us sit up there. And give me, and you know, let me use those binoculars. You know, and then they're like,
which
you're supposed to be looking out into the ocean, not at the
into the sand. Yeah,
into the sand of women that are tanning on the beach. You know, and it's like, you know, and they're like, why do you have a camera with like a telephoto lens on it? And it's like, well, it's like, you know, I can really get in there with that. You know, and they're like, it sounds like your shutter's going off, like you're taking pictures of people on the beach. I'm like, yeah, well, I just want to make sure I get a count of everybody that's here. That way, if someone's like disappeared, I can be like, they're probably drowning in the ocean.
Right.
Then I can go get them.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm taking pictures of all. I mean, you've only seen me taking pictures of the women, but that's because I'm trying to save the women first. You know that women and children first bullshit or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, that. But it's women first. I'm not taking pictures of kids. That's fucking weird.
No, yeah. You're taking pictures of women who are body positive in the tits and ass area.
Of course, yeah. And then sometimes the women, you know, at the beach, like sometimes it's like, are you, you know, before I take a picture, I'm like, hey, are you 18? And then they'll be like, yeah, what are you at? I'm like, okay, pa-ching, and I take a picture, you know, to make sure that they're totally legal.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's a normal thing to do.
Yeah, it's totally normal. So that's how we do it. You know?
Yeah.
And we're just trying to protect everybody at the beach.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we're all about. So yeah, if you want to go to the beach with us or maybe just do the whole beach experience right here at our apartment. I mean, we have a bathtub.
Yeah.
Put some water in there.
There is a weird amount of sand in the apartment too.
Yeah.
It's not because it's not clean and it's like a disaster in here. You come over and you're like, why do you have sand everywhere in your apartment? It's like, I'm just like a beach guy.
Yeah.
I'm just like beachy guy.
She's like, you live in the valley.
You live like 45 minutes to an hour and a half away from the beach.
Right.
It's like, yeah, but that's why it's so beachy in here.
I'm just bringing the beach to the desert.
Yeah, you know those guys that are like digging at the beach? That was me, except I just took it all with me. You know?
Yeah. See all these shells?
Yeah.
Aren't those? Look at my shell collection.
Yeah, I love that.
She's like, "Are you 8 years old? Like, why are you?"
Look at this
like,
shell.
look, you can hear the ocean if you put it up to your ear. She's like, "No, that's not how it works. It's just like because it's like sound tunnel in there, and it's like, no, it's the ocean. Why are you not impressed by this?
Then I put it.
Look at this rock.
I'm like,
Look
listen. I'm like, listen, and I take the shells and I put over her ears.
Yeah.
And then I like do it from behind, and I'm kind of like, you know. And she's like, I can't. I'm like, shh. I'm like, you hear the ocean? Shh. And she's like, I'm getting really tired. I'm like, yeah, you are. Because the ocean is relaxing. I don't have you in a sleeper hold.
No.
Like covering your ears with shells and whispering ocean sounds into your ear.
No, yeah.
Yeah. It's just very relaxing.
Yeah, and she likes all the stuff, and it's with her consent, of course.
Of course,
and,
yeah. 100%. Yeah. So we just try to give a good experience here.
Totally. And also, like, if you're not impressed by my shells, look at all these rocks. Yeah. Like, feel this. Feel how smooth this rock is. Isn't this rock smooth?
Nice.
She's like, why are you just, like, picking up stuff from the beach? And then, like, why do you have, like, a big pile of, like, beach stuff on your living room floor?
Well, these are all,
it's impressive.
It's crystals, too.
Yeah, look at this.
One of those ladies, like, crystals or whatever that bullshit is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm sick of women not being impressed with my
Rocks.
beach finds.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool.
The stuff on the ground.
Yeah. It's cool.
Mm-hmm. It is cool.
Yeah.
And maybe later when you go home, like when you leave in a rage from here, maybe I'll come deliver some of those rocks to your house.
Yeah.
Through your window.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Because there are some big ones that could
there's some pretty big ones, and they're
potentially do some damage.
And I want you to have it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going to come over to your apartment.
And I want it's going to be romantic. Like, you're going to think of me when you see it.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're peacefully sleeping, and then you're woken up by this, what the fuck? Oh my God, what is this rock, this huge rock doing in my bedroom? And then it's going to have a little note. Mm-hmm. It's like, hey, remember us? Like, dash Chris.
Mm-hmm. And then
isn't that romantic?
And then there's a picture of you sleeping that you don't remember. You're like, why is there a picture of me sleeping? I'm like, you're so pretty when you're sleeping.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
She's like, did you take a picture of me while I was asleep, you fucking psycho? It's like, yeah, but you're cute.
It's lifestyle photography.
Yeah, there you go.
She's like, but yeah, with lifestyle photography, it doesn't mean hidden camera.
Yeah.
It means like, you know that pictures are being taken. It's like, well, actually, the most natural pictures I found are candids.
Yeah, it's candid.
Have you ever
there you go.
noticed that too? It's like when you're posing for a picture and smiling, it looks very tacky and forced. Mm-hmm. But the best pictures are candid when you don't even know that the cameras are going off.
That's why.
So like, I'm trying to capture some exactly.
There's so many cameras in the apartment.
Right. And so many pictures. Mm-hmm. Just capturing every moment. Mm-hmm. And then
because we're nostalgic boys.
Right.
You know?
And then one night, we found the picture, the motion sensor went off, and then we quickly opened our phone. It's like, what's this? And then we see some other guy coming into the apartment. It's like, all right, we'll be right over, and
we're coming over
with some rocks
to investigate and save the day.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna save you from that scumbag. That you might be seeing now or whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's definitely there to. You didn't want him to be there.
No,
and we know.
Yeah, we know. Even if you don't know, we know.
Yeah.
We know what you need because we know what's best for you.
Yeah.
Better than you do.
Right. So shut the fuck up and listen to us. Mm-hmm. That's kind of what this podcast is all about.
Pretty much what the
really comes back to that at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. It's like, you don't know what's best for you. We do. Shut the fuck up. Listen to us.
Yeah. And this is all directed at women.
Yeah.
That whole energy is directed at women.
People of color too, but mainly women.
Yeah. And the women of color mostly.
Yes. Yeah, especially. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, because they're from both groups. Yeah. So they extra don't know what they're talking about. Mm-hmm.
And they're the most oppressed.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so they need us the most because we're not oppressed as, unfortunately, straight white cis men.
We're sorry.
And we're sorry about that. Yeah. But we have renounced our privilege by doing this podcast and being your voice. So listen to us, heed our advice, hook up with us, and if you're a hot woman, and we'll just kind of take it from there.
We should also some people have been sharing our pod on other platforms and spreading the word of our genius is really important.
And we want to give a shout out to one person in particular.
I don't really know this person's name, but they were...
Well, we know their username on Reddit. We can find that.
So someone on Reddit asked, let me see if I can pull that up here. There's up a few here. Yeah, I found it. Someone on the Reddit r/podcasts typed, can someone recommend me a good podcast about black feminism, please? And this person, Casper JBFC, we want to thank because they recommended the Two Woke Boys as progressive allies.
Yeah.
So
imagine...
I'm sure that person has checked out this podcast and is not furious at this podcast.
Yeah. Imagine wanting to find a new black feminist podcast.
And then
turning on the Two Woke Boys. Imagine how satisfied and impressed you would be.
And not totally jarred and distraught you would be by the content.
No, you would be thrilled at this.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, this is exactly what I needed.
This is exactly what I thought I needed to see.
When people are seeking out a black feminist podcast,
unironically seeking out a black feminist
of course.
podcast.
I can't think of anything more that fits the bill than Two Woke Boys.
Yeah.
So if you are a black queen out there who's hot, body positive in certain areas, hit us up in our DMs, and if you want to make it a white boy summer, still there's time left for that. You want to be down with the swirl. We're all about
cream in your coffee.
Yeah, we're all about integration. Ebony and ivory and perfect harmony, and we'll just kind of combine forces.
Yeah.
And this is one situation where it's okay to integrate. Usually, right now we're pushing for
segregation happens right after we integrate.
Oh yeah.
We integrate for a night and a moment.
Yeah. If that.
Yeah, and it's more of a moment than a
probably
night. But
not a full night.
It happens during the night.
Yeah.
Around
It'll
2
be
a.m.
a full night if I pass the fuck out because I'm so drunk.
Yeah, of course.
Afterward. But,
and that's typically what happens.
Right.
Yeah.
But if I'm...
But the second I wake up, I'm going to have a panic attack that you're here.
Yeah.
And you're going to need to leave.
Yes. So there will be this
because I need my alone time.
Right. There will be a beautiful moment of integration and then even more beautiful moment of segregation.
Yeah.
And she's like, why are you kicking me out like this in such, kind of impolite fashion? It's like, no, don't you know about this push for segregation right now? Separate spaces for BIPOC people.
I don't want to take up your space.
Yeah, I know, right. Separate space, separate dorm rooms, separate gymnasiums, separate libraries. We love how these college campuses are segregating now. It's definitely a good thing for America, and it's a good thing for our relationship.
Yeah.
So go separate. You don't need me, an evil white man, tainting your space right now.
Yeah. So go you have to leave.
Get the fuck out. So, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, it's all about just helping out black queens.
Right.
So
segregation used to be bad and racist because it was the wrong people. Like we've talked about this, it's the tone of voice that you push for segregation.
Yeah.
If you say, we need to segregate the races.
Yeah.
Then that's
good Southern accent.
Yeah. Then that's racist and bad.
Yeah.
But if you say, actually separate spaces for BIPOC people much.
Yeah.
Then that's good.
Yeah, you have to say even it in a condescending tone while pushing your glasses up your nose.
Yeah. So even though it's the same goal and desire.
It's the exact same thing, but it depends who says it.
Yes. Yeah.
Because one is a nice way, and then the other one is a mean, hillbilly, dumb, racist, idiot way.
Correct.
And I think you know the difference between the two.
Yeah. We are the good one.
Yeah.
So... Yeah, speaking of dumb, racist idiots, the Cheeto has had an interesting week. We want to talk first about this U.S. women's team World Cup loss, a shocking loss to Sweden in the round of 16.
Did this have to do with the Cheeto?
Oh, yeah, because of the Cheeto's, his Truth Social post, where he said, so after the after the team lost. The Cheeto said, the shocking and totally unexpected loss by the U.S. women's soccer team to Sweden is actually, I should read this in the Cheeto's voice. The shocking and totally unexpected loss by the U.S. women's soccer team to Sweden is fully emblematic of what is happening to our once great nation under crooked Joe Biden.
I'm going to come.
Many of our players were openly hostile to America. No other country behaved in such a manner or even close. Woke equals failure. Nice shot, Megan. The U.S. is going to hell. Mega. So that's it.
Pretty good.
And thank you. And so, yeah, Trump, how American, how very patriotic and pro-American of the former president to be taking a victory lap when the U.S. national team loses in the World Cup. You unpatriotic piece of shit. How dare you go against America?
How dare you?
I mean, we also hate America.
We hate America, but not
America's
in this,
the worst country in the world. But in this one specific
but
case,
we love women's soccer.
We love women's soccer, especially.
It's our favorite thing. Once I read this article and found out that women's soccer had been going on, I was like, oh my God, I love women's soccer.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch all of it.
Yeah.
And then it's like, it already happened. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
I was going to watch every second of that.
Yeah. Can you name 2 players on the national team?
Megan Rapinoe.
1.
And that.
Mia Hamm? She's still on the team?
I don't think so.
Okay.
And that's the one that like
she
whipped her tits out after scoring a goal.
that was
Brenda Chastain.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we love Brenda Chastain.
I think Mia Hamm's still on. She's probably still on the
team. Yeah, sure.
That counts.
And also like some other lesbos on the team. So, one of those.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
so I named 3.
Mia Hamm, Megan Rapinoe, Brenda Chastain, the girl that whipped her tits out. You know what? They should do that. They should every year in honor of Brenda Chastain starting the Free the Nipple movement by whipping her tits out when she scored a goal.
Yeah.
Every team should have a Brenda Chastain.
Yes.
To honor her. So you know how like teams retire a jersey? Mm-hmm. They should make the other team wear her jersey. Mm. And the jersey should just be like a very revealing sports bra.
Yeah.
That's not a sports bra, but it's like one of those like Victoria's Secret, like lacy, like see-through nips bra.
Nice.
Yeah. And then she whips it out when she scores a goal.
Yeah.
And then people will be watching women's soccer.
Right.
And then they should get paid more.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that's something we love about Megan Rapinoe. She's always talking about how the U.S. women's team should get paid as much as the men.
Is that why she's like sporting like a boy haircut? Does she think like if she looks like a dude playing soccer,
that's
she's
a good point,
more likely to get paid like what dudes get paid?
I mean,
soccer?
maybe. Yeah, it's a smart move.
When they hand out the paychecks for soccer, they're like, I don't know. I guess we'll just give you whatever the guys get.
Right. Yeah, maybe that's why that's probably why she does her style. But yeah, I mean, it's we love the argument that the women's soccer team should be paid the same as men, that we also think the WNBA should be paid as much as NBA. Tell me why LeBron James makes like $50 million a year, but
I don't
Sue
know.
Bird, you've seen that graphic, right? Comparing LeBron James and Sue Bird. Mm-hmm. Why does Sue Bird make like what, 500,000, and LeBron James makes 50 million? Why is that?
I can't think of one reason why.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like they both play basketball.
Right.
They're both basketball players.
Yeah. It's like, oh, the attendance is way more for the NBA, and the merchandise is
like
way
basketball
more, and the TV viewership and commercials are much more.
It's almost
and
like
the revenue being generated is much more, and they're just getting a proportional piece. It's like, shut the fuck up with your sexist patriarchal bullshit. Okay,
yeah, it's all sexist
LeBron makes
nonsense.
more is because he's a man, and it's a patriarchy we live in. Mm-hmm. And it's not that the people who are preaching equal pay for the WNBA couldn't name a single player and have never been to a game in their life and never actually have
like they're complaining about this thing that like they don't even care about.
Right, that they've never actually helped make money.
Yeah. They've
They're
never
like,
bought a ticket
hey,
to
we pay LeBron $50 million. Why can't we pay Sue Bird $50 million?
I have front row tickets to the NBA finals and I am furious that women don't make as much.
So we are those people and we are disgusted that women don't make as much money as the men, and it shouldn't matter even if they do make less money from their games and tournaments and stuff. The men's teams should still subsidize them like the NBA does to the WNBA, and they should just equally distribute the money, just socialize it a little bit.
Why don't they combine both the leagues though? How good would that be?
Well,
then there's got to be like, how cool would that be? Is every team gets 5 women, and then you have to put 4 of them on the floor at all times.
So just make it a co-ed league, but where it's like a co-ed softball team where like women have to bat every there has to be like one woman batter for every 3 men. Yeah,
let's say basketball has 5 people on the floor at all times, so you have to have 3 women, 2 men, because let's try to fix the ratio. So 3 women, 2 men on the floor at all times. Women can pass to other women and to other men, but men can only pass to women.
I like that.
You like that?
Yeah.
So men can't pass to the other man.
Yeah.
And if it's a trans woman, then that's no call.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we'll figure that part out.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to start that league, and we will be the 2 men on our basketball team. You'll be down low in the post. I'll be running the point.
And here's the way I go. I go hard in the paint, okay?
Yeah.
And you
mean
box
that
out women.
literally. Yeah.
And if you're a woman and you're coming in the paint, guess what? I'm coming in the paint. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. It's a fucking block party down there and you're getting it, okay?
Right.
And you know how most people, they will box you out. They will get in front of you and push you back with their butt.
Yeah.
I actually will get behind you and I'll jam into you from behind and I'll push you under the basket. And, you know, the ref might be like, hey, get your hands off her hips. And I'll be like, shut the fuck up, ref. I'm fucking owning the paint down here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So
that's what I do.
I mean, yeah, you're a very physical.
I'm so physical.
You're very physical on the defensive end. And
I play, you know, they're like, we play man to man. I'm covering her. You know, she's getting shut down.
Right.
Yeah. I'm closing her down, dude.
And they just call it technical foul on you.
Humping her nonstop.
Right.
Yeah. How many points did she score? 0, dude.
Yeah. But how many minutes did you play before you were ejected?
I only need a few minutes.
About 1 or 2. Yeah.
I only need a few seconds.
Yeah. Before you foul out.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm out there, you know?
Right.
That's what matters.
We might have to raise the limit of fouls that you can get.
And also, like, it's a contact sport. So let me make contact.
Yeah.
You know?
What happened to the good old basketball of like the hard-nosed days of the 80s and 90s,
Yeah,
right? The league is too soft now.
It's too soft. Why can't I just bust a woman from behind multiple times, you know?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Bring back the hard-nosed defense.
I'm like Bill Laimbeer, dude.
Right.
I'm knocking people down.
Yeah.
You know? He had a video game when I was a kid called Bill Laimbeer's Combat Basketball, where you just like punch everybody. Pretty great.
And yeah, I mean, that's kind of like the inspiration of the way that you play basketball.
Yeah, I played I played Arch Rivals, the game where it's a basketball game where you just punch people and take the ball. So that's kind of how I play. I also grew up on Mortal Kombat, so I might try to rip your heart out of your chest when I try to.
If you're a guy on the other team.
Yeah, if you're a guy, yeah.
But for women,
I will grab their chest, but I won't go through and grab their heart.
Right.
I mean, I will have your heart, but like, you know, not like I'm not going to rip it out of your chest, but I am going to
maybe feel the beat of their heart.
And you're going to feel me in your heart. And because I'll be from behind you, boxing you out, but I'll also be like cupping your breasts from the front. And then I'll be like, just kind of Playing defense, really.
Yeah, I mean, that's your style of defense.
Yeah.
You're a very physical defender.
Yeah, I shut you down, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you want to join our co-ed basketball team,
Yeah, if that
if you're a
sounds like
woman,
fun,
we got
what
the
I
men.
just described,
Yeah, we got the men taken care
a
of.
lot of women don't really want to play this basketball game. I don't really
Yeah,
get
I don't
it.
understand
Get
why,
it.
but yeah, if you're
And we play shirts and skins, all the women, you're on the skins team.
yeah. Yeah. So,
And
so
when
yeah,
I'm on the skins team, they're like, you
doesn't mean you have to
you're supposed to
take
wear
your
shorts,
off, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I thought we were fully nude. I thought, because like, what if you're on the shirts team and then you saw me with pants and you're like, is that a shirt? I'm confused. I see cloth, and then you pass to the wrong person. That's why I'm fully nude when I play on the skins.
Yeah. Yeah. So join our co-ed basketball team. We got the men taken care of. We got our 2 men. So we need 3 other women for the starting lineup.
Also,
we
send
also
us,
need 5 women on the
pictures
bench
and
too.
measurements of you for basketball
Yeah,
stuff.
for your uniform fitting.
Yeah. Uniform fitting. Even though we're skins,
Right.
even though we're skins, doesn't matter.
Right.
We need and also just to understand like a basketball stat stuff, right? Because like how wide your hips are is going to determine how good you're going to be able to box out in the paint. So,
Totally.
you need to measure your ass.
Yeah.
And see how thick it is.
Right.
So
Right.
you can box out.
Yes. Send us how many inches it is at full
Circumference.
circumference.
And if you need help measuring, I'll help.
We will do that.
I guess I'll do that.
Yeah. And then we go over to measure, and she's like, "Do you have a tape measure?" It's like, "No, I just kind of eyeball it
Yeah, I
and
know
like
exactly.
feel it out."
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, back to the Cheeto though. So he made this Truth Social post ripping the U.S. women's team, which again, how dare he? We hate, and this is like, we always talk about how much we hate America, okay, but we love women's sports, especially if they are doing something where they're on a team where, like, a lot of them don't stand for the national anthem. We like that. A lot of them are very
It is weird to play
vocal
for,
about
It's
being anti-America.
It's weird to play for America, like as a country, and then also like shit on the country. You know what I mean? It's
Totally.
like, it's one thing when you're like that guy. I think his name was Mahmoud Abdul Rauf.
Yeah.
He like played for the Nuggets.
Yeah.
And then he was like not standing
Yeah.
for the national anthem.
Right. Or like Kaepernick.
Yeah, people like that, where it's like I'm playing in America,
But it's not
I'm-
for the national
yeah,
team.
we're not playing against another team for the country.
Right.
So it's just, I don't know, it's kind of weird to not have
In a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's uncommon, but good.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a rare time where we do root for America. So
And also, does the women's soccer team play outside of the U.S. stuff? You know what I mean? Like, what is there like? There's like Major League Women's Soccer, right?
yes.
When are they playing that? And is she not making a stand there because there's no one at the game? Is that?
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
Didn't they also lose to like 14-year-old boys? The women's soccer team.
Not sure.
I'm pretty sure they got like smoked by like 14 or 15.
Yeah. Well, they
boys
probably just
soccer
weren't trying.
Yeah.
Yeah. The women are
It was also sexist that those boys
beat them.
destroyed them at
Yeah.
soccer. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we feel bad for the U.S. women's team, and yeah, it's too bad they got eliminated so early in the tournament. But
And they got eliminated by penalty kicks, which is like, can you believe that? They were penalized for being women.
didn't even think about that.
Bullshit.
Yeah,
You know?
that's a really.
Does that happen in men's soccer?
I think it does, but
Yeah, well, that's not the point I was making.
oh, okay,
The point is,
How dare you?
for sure.
yeah, that's the point.
Yeah. So the Cheeto may have had his laughs there, making fun of the women's soccer team, but bad news for him in court. He's got all these lawsuits against him right now. Judge dismisses, here's one of them. Judge dismisses Trump's defamation lawsuit against E. Jean Carroll for statements she made on CNN.
Wait, they dismissed this case?
No, they dismissed Trump's defamation case against her.
Okay.
So not her case against him.
Did you saw the video of E. Jean Carroll?
Yes, with Anderson Cooper. Yeah.
Where he was like, tell us about how you were raped. She's like, well, I wouldn't call it that.
Right.
Isn't that what your case is? And she's like, sometimes that's pretty sexy.
Right.
They were like, we gotta take
a break.
We're gonna take a commercial break because you're not doing what we're supposed to do here.
Yeah. So yeah, Trump, her case was successful against Trump, and but I guess his countersuit failed, and it's good. And so fuck you, Cheeto. Time to pay up, bitch.
Yeah.
And we're on E. Jean Carroll's side, and yeah, believe all women, except for the ones who say bad stuff about us. But other than that, believe them.
Believe women.
Yeah.
Believe women that are trying to take down our opponents.
Yes.
Or anyone that's not us.
Yes.
Especially men. So, yeah. So they're taking down the Cheeto.
Yeah.
More. So it's like he's got this thing going, the E. Jean Carroll case, but then he's also got like how many times?
There's other cases of trying to overturn the election. So that stuff's going on too.
Okay. Yeah, so those are cases against him for complaining about the election or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we love that, and we hope the Cheeto gets taken down and isn't allowed to run.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that we're worried about him that he could win again. It's totally
it's not that at all.
No.
That's not why all of this is happening.
No.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we just want to see him face justice, and,
what would happen if they do that? Like
he could be, I mean, he could still run, and he could be president from jail. Have you heard that theory?
That would be the most, like, total, like, this is America right now thing, is a guy from prison running the president.
Yeah.
You know? That would be very America right now, you know?
Yeah. So, lock him up. Lock up the Cheeto, because we don't like him.
Mm-hmm.
So we hope that happens. Now, the biggest story this week is this one has been very hard for us, and it's been a lot of sleepless nights.
Are you talking about the biggest case?
Yeah.
And the biggest,
the largest,
the fattest case right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
this is a huge story.
Plus size story.
Just gigantic, body positive
story.
Not in all the right ways, just like massive.
Yeah.
This is a massive case.
Former Lizzo dancers were weight shamed and pressured while at strip club, lawsuit says. The former dancers have filed a suit against Lizzo, accusing the singer of sexual harassment and creating a hostile work environment. So 3 of Lizzo's former dancers have accused the singer of sexual harassment, creating a hostile work environment. They also allege that she pressured one of them to touch a nude performer at an Amsterdam club and subjected the group to an excruciating audition after leveling false accusations that they were drinking on the job. The dancers accused Lizzo, a performer known for embracing body positivity and celebrating her physique, calling attention to one's dancer's weight gain and later berating, then firing that dancer after she recorded a meeting because of a health condition. So let's see. Where's this? Trying to find the stuff about the banana. Where is this? Yeah, there was something about how Amsterdam Club, is this it? Oh, here we go. So Amsterdam Club accusations. The trip to Amsterdam Strip Club happened after a performance in the city earlier this year. The suit states that Lizzo's after-parties were routine and non-mandatory, but alleges that those who attended were favored by the singer and had greater job security.
So that part that you just described, read that one more time. They were non-mandatory.
Yes.
But
that those who attended were favored by the singer.
Okay, so it's like, if I hang out with my boss and I have a fun time and I'm cool with my boss, are you saying that that's going to help me if my boss likes me ew. That's
garbage.
That's not how life works.
No.
That's bullshit.
Yes. So at the club, Lizzo allegedly began inviting cast members to take turn touching the nude performers, catching dildos launched from the performers' vaginas, and eating bananas protruding from the performers' vaginas, the suit says. Lizzo then turned her attention to Miss Davis and began pressuring Miss Davis to touch the breasts of one of the nude women. Davis declined, according to the suit. Lizzo allegedly led a chant goading her to do so. After Davis declined 3 more times, the chant grew louder and more strident, demanding a visibly uncomfortable Miss Davis to engage with the performer. When Davis eventually acquiesced and briefly touched the performer, the group burst into laughter. The suit says, afterward, Lizzo allegedly pressed a member of her security staff to get on stage and began yelling, "Take it off," according to the suit. Plaintiffs were aghast with how little regard Lizzo showed for the bodily autonomy of her employees and those around her, especially in the presence of many people whom she employed. So let's see. Harassment claim. In one instance, the former dancers asked to be compensated for their downtime at a rate 50% of their weekly pay. An accountant allegedly responded to the request by offering 25%, scolding them for being unacceptable and disrespectful. And so, okay, so there's, God, this goes on forever. But so this is a tough one for us because we believe all women, like we just said.
Yeah.
But not if they're accusing the queen.
You can't.
Lizzo. You can't accuse Lizzo of bad stuff.
No.
She's untouchable.
She's the queen of fat women.
Yeah.
And if you're trying to take down the queen of big ladies, then you're the problem.
Yeah. So yeah, are we gonna say we don't believe?
A lot of these dancers were complaining about like, you know, one of them said something like, "This was my first dance thing," and then they were like complaining about like the working conditions of like dancing. It's like, yeah, but that's what dancing is, right?
Right.
Where it's like, you know, they were like, they wanted me to look. Here's the thing with dancing: like a lot of times they have to maintain their weight, their physique, or whatever to like dance, right? Imagine being a body positive dancer, how hard that is, right? Because you're constantly burning calories as a dancer, right? So like think of what it's like to be a fat dancer. Like you have to maintain a massively high caloric intake while burning all these calories, right?
Yeah, it's a tough
balance. Because if you're dancing for Lizzo and, you know, Lizzo's like this big fat lady up there, and then you are losing weight and you're not looking fat now you're making Lizzo look ridiculous, you know? So you have to maintain the caloric intake to maintain your fatness so that Lizzo doesn't look absolutely insane up there.
Yeah.
You know? So
yeah, so this is...
Then if you get too big, it's like, whoa, are you trying to be the body positive queen? I don't fucking think so. You got to keep your weight a little bit under Lizzo so she's the fattest.
Yes.
Okay? So know your role and be like kind of fat, but not
although usually it's
fatter.
Usually in life it's the opposite where, you know, women want to be surrounded by other women who are maybe in worse shape. Yeah,
yes.
Less attractive and in worse shape than them. So to make them look better by comparison.
Yeah.
But I guess this situation it's kind of flipped.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
Are her body positive dancers, like, they're around the same size?
Yeah, yeah.
But they're not fatter, right?
I don't think so.
Pretty big.
Yeah.
Didn't she face backlash for, like, kind of losing some weight? And then she was like, I'm sorry, I'm going to keep my weight on.
I don't think yet. That's coming.
That is coming.
Once Lizzo uses her millions of dollars and resources
and buys
to
personal
trainers and nutritionists and chefs and does like the easiest weight loss ever, like it's totally not going to create this huge firestorm of people furious with her.
Fat losers are going to lose their fucking minds.
It's not going to. That's definitely not going to happen. Just like what happened with Adele.
Yeah. Well, what's crazy about Adele is like the backlash she faced, and she wasn't like, I'm a fat queen.
Right. She
like,
never.
That wasn't like her brand.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
She was
being
just like
fat is healthy.
Yeah, happened to be like kind of bigger than other ladies. But I'm
and
just
that
like
backlash, and that backlash was huge,
crazy.
So imagine what it's going to be for Lizzo
it's
once
gonna be,
she loses weight.
they're gonna set her on fire. Like it's like whatever happened to witches like back then.
They're
like
gonna
that's what's gonna
do
happen to
that.
Lizzo.
Yeah. They will tar and feather her.
Yeah, they're gonna tar and
light
feather her
on fire in the town square.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
and then they're gonna like roll her down a hill like a bowling ball or whatever. You know.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
She's gonna, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. That kid that turned into a blueberry.
Yeah,
that's what they're gonna do to Lizzo.
Yeah.
They're gonna make her a big purple blueberry and send her down a hill.
Yeah, so that moment is totally not coming, and it's not going to destroy Lizzo's career and life when, or they're not going to try to destroy her career and life when she loses weight.
Did you see her Notes app apology?
Oh yeah.
She dropped a killer Notes app apology here.
Yeah,
so
go ahead and read that.
Lizzo on her page, Lizzo be eating. Which, this is how dumb I am. I thought it said Lizzo beating.
Okay.
That's what I thought it said.
Yeah.
I thought it was like, oh, she makes beats or whatever. So Lizzo beating.
Yeah.
Like, that's a weird name.
Yeah.
No, but it's Lizzo be eating.
Right.
So, anyway, Notes app apology from Lizzo right here. It's her newest post on her page. 13.3 million followers. Says, the last few days have been gut-wrenchingly difficult and overwhelmingly disappointing. My work ethic, morals, and respectfulness have been questioned. My character has been criticized. Usually, I choose not to respond to false allegations, but these are as unbelievable as they sound and too outrageous not to be addressed. These sensationalized stories are coming from former employees who have already publicly admitted that they were told their behavior on tour was inappropriate and unprofessional. As an artist, I have always been very passionate about what I do. I take my music and my performances seriously because at the end of the day, I only want to put out the best art that represents me and my fans. With passion comes hard work and high standards. Sometimes I have to make hard decisions, but it's never my intention to make anyone feel uncomfortable or like they aren't valued as an important part of the team. I am not here to be looked at as a victim, but I also know that I am not the villain that people in the media have portrayed me to be the last few days. I'm very open about I'm very open with my sexuality and expressing myself, but I cannot accept or allow people that use that openness to make me out to be something I am not. There is nothing I take more seriously than the respect we deserve as women in the world. I know what it feels like to be body shamed on a daily basis and would absolutely never criticize or terminate an employee because of their weight. I'm hurt, but I will not let the good work I've done in the world be overshadowed by this. I want to thank everyone who has reached out in support to lift me up during this difficult time.
Wow. That is a great Notes app apology.
I mean, that's, what is that, 4 pages of
and
Notes
we
app.
say, yeah,
problem solved. Looks like she just covered everything.
Yep.
She said, I'm not a victim, but I'm definitely a victim. Right? She's like, I'm not going to be the victim, but I'm being victimized here.
Right.
So please.
Covering all the bases.
Yeah.
And
I refuse to be a victim, but I am currently a victim of what's going on right now.
Right.
And I'm very open with my very weird sexuality, and people are saying that I did weird sexuality stuff, and I do that, but I do it openly, and I don't want people to think that it's weird. So just because I wanted to eat a banana out of a lady's pussy, I was going to eat it anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So what are we complaining about?
Right.
Whether the banana was in a pussy or not. Maybe that was Lizzo's thing. She's, this is why she's fat. She was like 5-second rule,
Okay.
She was like, this banana's been in my pussy. And she's like, I'll still eat it. Doesn't matter. Just give me the banana.
Interesting.
Give me the fucking banana.
Yeah.
Feed me, damn it.
Right. So I want to read this article real quick, this Daily Beast article. This is just one of the best articles I've ever heard or seen. Mm-hmm. Lizzo was never as progressive as we wanted her to be. Truth hurts, it says.
That's one of her songs, by the way.
Right.
So
nice. Yeah, nice double meaning. Yeah.
Yeah.
How could she? How could Lizzo, of all people, be responsible for allegedly creating a hostile and unsafe work environment? That's the question being asked this week after it was revealed that 3 of the rapper, singer's former dancers are suing her for body discrimination, religious discrimination, and sexual harassment, among other charges. Details include allegations that Lizzo coerced her employees into touching naked sex workers and would privately shame her dancers for gaining weight. The damning portrait of Lizzo was recently corroborated by filmmaker Sophia Nolly Allison, who dropped out of making a documentary about Lizzo's life and career. She's a narcissistic bully, Allison said Tuesday in an Instagram story, and has built her brand off of lies. I was excited to support and protect a black woman through the documentary process, but quickly learned her image and message was a curated facade. It's never pleasant when a beloved icon is accused of behavior that complicates their unproblematic image. The singer has staunchly denied the allegations, calling them outrageous and sensational. What makes Lizzo's case especially dramatic is that these accusations fly directly in the face of her brand, one that is deeply wrapped up in concepts like inclusivity, body positivity, and diversity. This extends to her music, which has been hailed by some critics as a progressive political statement, one meant to offer hope to young progressives desperate for pop music that reflects their values. For these kinds of fans, the news of Lizzo's alleged misconduct is especially heartbreaking. But perhaps the question shouldn't be how someone like Lizzo could ever engage in this sort of behavior. The better question is, why were we so convinced that she was a politically progressive artist in the first place? To be fair, that idea didn't come from nowhere. Starting with songs like Truth Hurts in 2019, Lizzo successfully paved the way to superstardom as a big black woman preaching self-love, something that is absolutely a political act in and of itself. But although her existence in the mainstream may be a comfort to those who crave representation, calling her music itself progressive has always been an act of forced projection. The truth is, albums like Special, Lizzo's most recent project released last year, are not at all progressive, at least no more so than saying "Yas Queen" or dressing up as Ruth Bader Ginsburg for Halloween. In fact, there's often a neutrality and safeness to them that is at best politically agnostic and at worst regressive. Lizzo's work can be better described as progressive core, music that treats progressivism less as a set of values and more like a mood board, an aesthetic you can wear like a flower crown at Coachella. Many of the songs on Special evoke the disco pop of the late 1970s, music created and championed by the queer black vanguard. It's a sonic culture that was celebrated for being lush, extravagant, and most importantly, radical. However, in true progressive core fashion, Lizzo not only refuses to add a contemporary bent to the sound, she often constricts it. Songs like Everybody's Gay take all the sounds of the liberation.
That's the name of the song.
Yeah, the orchestral strings, the four on the floor drums, the Nile Rodgers indebted funk, and flattens them, mixing and mastering them within an inch of their life so as to be legible on Z100. The lyrics, as the title suggests, are pandering paint-by-numbers attempt at identity politics. The line, "Bitch, say less, express yourself," reads like a sentence made from a magnetic poetry kit on a young Manhattanite's fridge. Like all progressive core music, the song feels forward-thinking until you realize just how contrived every part of it truly is. So how did we become so easily convinced that Lizzo is a progressive artist? Why do we feel so let down by her right now? It may be in part due to the context in which she arrived into the mainstream. Modern political catastrophes have coincided with an apparent growing need for fans to feel like they have close and personal relationships with their celebrities. As such, there's an unprecedented pressure on today's superstars to create music that makes a statement, particularly one that lines up with the progressive values of young listeners while still being broad enough for repeat listens in sold-out stadiums. It's these conditions that have given birth to artists like Lizzo who capitalize on the trendiness of progressivism without getting too bogged down by its actual politics. Today, there's no shortage of artists whose quasi-progressive signaling has been received as radical. Taylor Swift included the Queer Eye Guys in a music video and then received a GLAAD Vanguard Award. Harry Styles wore a dress and became the face of gender fluidity in music. Lizzo sang phrases like "thick 30" and was given the PCA's 2022 People Champion Award for her commitment to size diversity.
Size diversity.
Yeah, which is, being fat is a race, we've discussed.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, pop stars who are finding more detailed and thoughtful ways of championing progressive ideologies are constantly facing accusations of hypocrisy. Beyonce's most recent album, Renaissance, was critically acclaimed for its studied and well-executed take on black queer music, yet she was scrutinized by people who question whether a heterosexual star has any right to make an album appropriating queer culture. Okay, I'm going to go past talking about Kendrick Lamar, some other artists.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that.
Okay,
Sure.
the last, and then gets back to Lizzo.
Nice.
The difference between Lizzo's music and Auntie Diaries is that the latter falls not by skimming the surface of socio-political issues, but by clumsily ramming into them head-on. Songs like these have no room in our current culture because progressives have a hard time co-signing political statement that isn't executed with painstaking precision and consideration. It's much easier to settle for progressive core artists like Lizzo, whose messaging is so broad and empty, we can project whatever ideology we want onto it. This isn't inherently a problem. The job of a mainstream pop artist is often to create a picture of themselves that is just vast and blurry enough that if we squint real hard, we can see ourselves in it. We just need to be prepared for the possibility that, should that portrait ever come into focus, we might not like what we see. Wow. So that was written by this freelance writer for the Daily Beast, Ben Barzilai. And I got to say, that was maybe the most brilliant article I've ever seen. Just a guy, a music writer, who was just heartbroken and just world was shattered by the fact that Lizzo was maybe not nice to her touring team.
Yeah,
like,
so
how
this guy's
could
heart
she?
is broken. He's like,
But
are
she
you
was
telling me the fat goddess queen that I've been forced to
and I've been
love
looking up to like a god isn't actually a great person? What? That's never happened.
The person
preaching all the good things isn't actually a good person?
I've been suggesting that we tear down all the Buddha statues and replace them with Lizzo statues. You're saying that person is kind of mean to her staff?
Yeah.
Are you telling me a celebrity is mean to their staff?
Right. A celebrity who projects an image of being a great and inclusive person isn't actually that person and was using that all as a facade to make more money? What?
Yeah. Can you believe that?
What? How could that happen?
A superstar is a monster?
Is fake and not actually the person they said they are?
She's not a fat, nice queen?
Yeah, she's not perfect.
Are you kidding me?
She's not inclusive and diverse and perfectly nice to all the people she ever comes across.
I thought she just would go around and be like, "You're a beautiful queen."
Yeah, yes, bitch. Yeah.
Oh, you're fat. Cool. Me too, babe.
Yeah, it's thick 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm 31. Well, it's thick 31 then.
Yeah. I can't, my world is just shattered now at this Lizzo story because that's what a grown man, do. I take a pop star and turn her into a god. And then so when she inevitably gets taken down and there's some chinks in the armor, then my world is just going to be shattered. And also, I love what he's talking about, how her music actually isn't that progressive. She's not political enough in her music. It's actually kind of empty. I know you guys think that her music is making
her
a
songs like Truth Hurts. Where's her song, Vote for Joe Biden?
Yeah.
Why is that not a song?
Where's her song about AOC?
Yeah. How about a song, If You Don't Vote, You're a Dope?
Yeah.
Why didn't she have one of those?
Yeah, exactly.
Why didn't she have it?
That's actually...
That's not the political music.
Yeah, this guy would love Jake Novak.
He would love Jake Novak.
Jake Novak is... say what you want about Jake Novak, but he has never shied away from making a harsh political statement in his music. Children dying in the school. There you go.
Recorded 4 days
after.
4 days. Not
it was probably recorded the day of.
Yeah, you're right. Recorded
hours
day
after.
Of the shooting. While the shooting is being televised, he is in the lab.
While the bodies are still on the ground, bleeding
he's
out.
in the lab mixing drum beats on his 808 going... Children dying in the school. There's going to be fire when this 4K music video comes out in 3 days.
Yeah.
After the Uvalde shooting.
Yeah. So Lizzo shies away from making these bold political points, but guess who doesn't? Jake fucking Novak.
Yeah,
and that's why he's the GOAT.
That's why he's the GOAT. He needs to drop more tunes. Okay. Yeah. He's replaced. Okay.
Yeah.
We need Lizzo. Lizzo, hey, sorry, you're out. So roll her out of the way. Okay.
Yeah.
Make room for Jake Novak, the queen of body positivity now.
Yeah.
Jake Novak needs to make a song about fat black women and how awesome they are.
Well, Jake Novak actually did have a song about body positivity. Remember that one where it's like, how to transform your body in a week. You need the tricks. Now here's the recipe. How to transform your body in a week.
I don't remember
It's simpler than you think. Step number 1, stop eating. That's how you transform your body in a week. And then, so that's the joke, that it's just like, stop eating. But then, so that was, I mean, that sounds bad, right?
Wow, that's
like he's encouraging like modifying your diet.
Disorder?
Yeah. Yeah, he's encouraging like reasonable, healthy eating, aka an eating disorder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but no, then
that's what an eating disorder is.
But then he clarified in the description saying, like, hey guys, actually, like, you know, eating disorders are really common, and so here are some links to check out. He actually did that.
Yeah, you got to do that.
You got to cover all the bases in case you ever do anything that's maybe could offend a person like Ben Barzilai. You got to cover your bases.
Let's say a fat, mentally ill woman listens to your music and then gets upset. That's your fault.
Yeah,
that's your fault that she got upset.
Right.
It's not any problem of her own. It's your fault. So that's why you got to have those Notes app apologies preloaded, ready to go.
Just write them before you even do anything bad.
I'm working on that.
You best believe I got a shit. Yeah. I've got Notes app apologies for every possible situation.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. You know how like people come to Hollywood and they write scripts? I came to Hollywood and I wrote Notes app apologies. And they are fucking, I'm going to the studios. I'm like, what if this happens to me? Check this out. Here's that apology.
Yeah, you don't need a publicist or why give 5% away to some
I don't need to do that.
Dumbass who writes shit on the Notes app for you.
Yeah, I already got it.
You got it yourself.
I already got it. I came to Hollywood ready to be canceled.
In fact, you sometimes preemptively publish your Notes app apologies before anything even comes out about you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they're like you'll publish one, be like, you know, it was really fucked up when I tried to have sex with you know, the woman that I was defending on the basketball court. And they're like, has anyone even like accused you of that? You're like, not yet.
Not yet, but that's coming.
But yeah.
Don't worry about it. That's coming.
Right.
So, yeah. Just getting ahead of this.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So
I play good defense, but this is actually me playing offense.
Yeah.
You know, I got to strike first before they strike.
Preemptive strike. Yeah. Like George W. Bush foreign policy.
Yeah. That's right.
We're preemptively striking our enemies with Notes app apologies. That's right.
That's my Notes app apology being dropped on the public before you try to cancel me.
Yeah, that's great. But yeah, this Lizzo stuff, it just absolutely breaks my heart. And I, like this grown man who wrote this, you know, 40-year-old man who wrote this article. How could someone,
if you hire a fat black woman to work in your thing, you can't fire her.
Right.
Ever.
Right.
It's like they have a job forever and you have to pay them. Also, they need paid time off. Also, you have to give them health care. Also, if they're pregnant, which they're not sure because they're just fat anyway, so who knows? They could be pregnant anyway. You got to just go ahead and give them 9 months paid vacation too also, because why not?
Yeah.
Pay for
and
all
it's
that.
Just
you got to pay for that.
Yeah. And it's like maybe this moment, you know, where we see that Lizzo isn't quite the perfect person that we held her up to be, this champion of inclusivity and perfect politics. You know, maybe in the future, will that affect me from like maybe not holding up celebrities as heroes and gods that should be worshipped? No, it will not affect that. I will continue to do that, and we will continue to look up to celebs.
There has to be
like
a
gods.
fatter twerk dancer that we can worship.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
It's not that I, as a grown man, should fucking grow up and stop putting celebrities on pedestals and looking up to them as superheroes and gods and just like do shit with my own life where I'm not relying on celebrities to tell me what morals and politics to think.
And why also you as a man are obsessed with this
progressive core music.
Yeah, written like where all the songs are like, I broke up, I'm fat and I broke up with him because he ain't shit.
Right.
You know? Like that's
got your man in my DMs.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's like what's he doing in your DMs?
Right.
You know?
No, well that's cheating is bad, but it's empowering if a fat woman is
if your fat woman
doing the
steals
cheating.
your man, then cool.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a sad day. But like I said, it's not going to change the way that, we're gonna so Lizzo's taken down now, but who's the next celebrity that we're gonna look up to like an idol?
Well, they need to be bigger than Lizzo.
Yeah.
So
so we'll think on it.
yeah.
But there is a hole in the market now for that. A big hole. But
Yeah, it's a big hole.
Yeah.
And it's gonna take some space to fill.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Really
But it will be filled,
Yeah.
and
all holes are filled.
yeah.
And
But maybe in the meantime, while you're upset that Lizzo isn't the perfect god that you made her out to be, and you're looking for a replacement, I can think of two right here. No, we are not fat. Yes, unfortunately, we are super jacked and kind of the epitome of fitness and strength and physique. Just the kind of the magazine cover, and I'm not talking the body positive.
Well, I will
magazine.
say,
I'm talking men's fitness.
yeah,
okay?
yeah. We are
We are those
poster
guys.
childs of men's fitness and wellness and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But we support all bodies, and I understand what it's like to be in the body positivity movement because I have been subject to being called parts of my body have been called fat. My penis has been called fat by women before. One time, a woman called my penis huge. She's like, "That's not going to fit." And it's like,
I bet that made you feel so insecure
it made me feel insecure. What how
and less than.
Yeah, because it's like all I want to do is fit in.
Wow.
Yeah. And if a woman tells you that's not going to fit in, it's like that hurts.
Yeah.
That hurts my feelings. So
I bet it did. Yeah. I'm really sorry that happened. But thank you for being brave and sharing your truth.
Yeah, and if you're a woman
and you know
out there,
what?
and
The truth hurts sometimes.
And that's what I call my penis, the truth.
Yeah.
And it does hurt sometimes, but it feels good too. The truth is good.
Yeah.
So just and I can give you the truth pretty easily.
Yeah.
So I'll be gentle with the truth when I'm kind of getting on top of you. I'll be like, "Are you ready for the truth?" And then she'll be like, "Just a little bit." I'm like, "Don't worry, it's gonna be good." I got my hand around her throat there.
Yeah, if she wants
Yeah,
that.
if she wants that, and then I'm easing the truth into her.
Wow.
And, yeah.
So yeah. Well, so again, anyone looking for celebrities to fill the vacuum left by Lizzo, celebrities to worship and hold up to as gods and icons and
We are that.
heroes. We are that. We've never done anything wrong. And if we do something wrong, you better believe that we've already posted a Notes app apology about
Notes
it.
app
This
apologies.
Lizzo thing has taught me. I'm just gonna release all my Notes app apologies now for every possible type of transgression I could have. So then, if anyone ever tries to come at me, boom, there it is.
Yeah.
Here's a link.
Yeah.
Already done it.
Yeah. I like how Lizzo's each page had its own this is the first page addressing the allegation.
Nicely
This is
categorized.
what kind of person I am.
Yeah.
What kind of person they are. And the for the future, this is what I try to put out.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we do have we did have a long thing that we wanted to
we're
read.
gonna cover that next week.
We're going to cover next week.
We're going to get to that stuff next week. We look, sometimes the news is so much that we don't have time to get to the fans, So sorry. But hey, thanks for sending emails and all that stuff to us. We got a bunch, so
yes, we will read them next week, but send us more.
Send us more stuff. We love that. Thanks for checking out the pod. Send us emails to wokeboys@gmail.com. Do you have anything you wanted to plug?
I don't think so. Just follow Ally of the Show, Malcolm Kellner, and check out some of his stand-up coming up. He'll be posting dates.
Hell yeah. Follow the show, 2wokeboys@gmail.com. Subscribe to us on YouTube and on Spotify. You can subscribe to the show on both of those channels. Do that. That helps us. And give us 5-star reviews on both platforms. Write us a review on iTunes. You can write out a review. It's a free way to help the pod. So give us 5-star reviews and tell us how much you love the show and how much it's helped you in your life. You know, tell a story about how much help this show's been for you. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe on the page, and donate to the Slut Fund. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, 2 Woke Boys, TOO Woke Boys. Follow ally of the show, Jeff Zinasek, and Malcolm Kellner on all their platforms, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. And Jeff Zinasek has some shows coming up, and we'll be in the Burbank Comedy Festival on a couple of those shows, so come out to some of that. That'll be on Jeff Zinasek's page. Also, thanks for listening to episode 158 of the 2 Woke Boys podcast. I am Chris.
I'm Cole.
And together, we are 2 Woke Boys.